Hello, this is Jim with We Develop Electrical Products, and this is my latest project. I irrigated these daylilies running up here, and I irrigated plants here on this side and going up the other side, and some clematis and some plants up in front. I've got 4 zones that I'm irrigating. They're on timers, and I've got a dual zone timer here to water 2 zones. This is zone 1 over here that's going out to my daylilies, and then this is zone 2 over here, and this is going around the corner and going up to my clematis and up to the front. So I'm going to show you how you put this together. It's very simple to do. I got from Rainbird. I just went to Menards, our local big box store, and Rainbird made this faucet connection kit. And in this faucet connection kit, there is a backflow preventer and there is a hose connector. And on this, I've put the backflow preventer up here at the top and screwed my timer to it, and then screwed that to the Y connection. So I've still got the Y connection accessing my regular garden hose, and then the other side of the Y connection coming to the timer. So then I've got the hose connection that comes with that hose connection kit from Rainbird, coming down here and connecting to a 1/2-inch diameter hose from Rainbird as well, and that just forces on to the end down here, all by hand. You don't have to have any tools. The only thing you need is a pair of pruning shears to cut this 1/2-inch diameter tube. It's real easy to cut with pruning shears. So that's how you make that connection. Now this 1/2-inch diameter tube is just distribution tube. There's no emitters in it or anything for dripping. It comes around here, and my first position where I take off, there is a tool that you use. It's just a sharp tool that you can poke a hole in this 1/2-inch diameter tubing, and then you can put in a coupler, which looks like this. It has 2 ends on it. They're 1/4-inch diameter. You force that into the hole that you've made, and then you push the other end into your 1/4-inch diameter tubing that has the emitters in it. And on this case, it has emitters in it. I have an emitter here. This particular hose, it comes in different sizes, different emitting speeds and everything else, and different spacings. My spacing is every 12 inches. There is an emitter, and the amount that comes out of drips is 1 gallon per hour. You can get it at various gallon rates. And so I've got this running up along my 2 flowers here. It's held in place with staples. It's just the same staple that you use to hold down the paper underneath your mulch, the tarp. And I've got this running on the high side of all the plants, so the water runs downhill, of course. So you don't want to put it on the low side and have it running away from your plant. And then it comes around the plant here, and I have it ending here, and there's another coupler. It's just a plug. You just force in the end of this 1/4-inch tube to plug it up. And then this distribution hose, 1/2-inch distribution hose, comes up here, and the way you close it off is there's a figure-8 device right here that you just crimp the hose and slide this figure-8 device on, and that crimps it and holds that from leaking at the end. And then I've got some distribution hose, 1/4-inch. This does not have any emitters in it. It's just solid hose, 1/2-inch, 1/4-inch diameter hose. I poked another hole in the 1/2-inch and put in a coupler coupled to this 1/4-inch black hose with no emitters, and I run up the side where I don't need any watering. And I go up the side here until I need to water these plants. So here I've got the drip tube connected to the hose and going up around my plants here. on the high side again, and comes around here, the drip tube, and then with all the emitters in it, then I hook up to another solid black tube here with no emitters, and it carries it on up and goes up here to my first clematis, and I connect up to another tube with the emitters in it, and then I just keep repeating and going to another tube, connecting to a black one with no emitters, and going to my next plant and connecting up to that, and then I go up here to all my plants, and I've got them running on the high side of all these plants, and they're held down again with staples, staple right here, and running on the high side of all the plants, and it comes around this plant here and ends up again at the end, and I've got a plug on the end of it, and that's the way I've got it. And that's the first two zones, and got another zone over here, two zones over here, taking care of the front of my house. I've got the drip tubes running around all my plants here, and on the north side of my house over here I have another two zones. So the zone 1 on this one goes out to the plants I just showed you in the front of my house, and it's circling each one of those plants. And the zone 2 here, which is actually my fourth zone, comes around here and goes down through all my hostas. So those are the 4 zones I've got. So I'll show you how this timer works. It's very simple. It's set in the auto position now where it's on timing. You can turn it here, and you can set the clock with the plus and minus keys to get the right time. You got the start time in AM or PM when you want to start watering, and how long you want to water, because this is only putting out at 1 gallon per hour. I'm watering every other day for 90 minutes per zone. I don't water each zone at the same time. It would cut down my water pressure. I water each zone separately. And then how often, you can set that, and I've got it set for every 2 days. And then this is for off, obviously. And then we can go back to auto, and it'll just come on, and it says it's going to come on in another 11 hours. And it gives you the time of day. And you can run this manually. I'll show you how this runs. You just hit the manual button, and in just a few seconds, there you hear it kick in, and it's on zone 1. So if I go out here to zone 1 and look at the emitters in zone 1 here, you can see this emitter dribbling down. It just leaks out, and that's doing that every 12 inches. So it's just dripping all along my daylilies, and so it waters like that for 90 minutes all the way down my daylilies. And I've got it coming down here to the end. So here it's coming down to the end of the, and I've got another black tube that just carries it underneath my steps, and I come out here to my next plant, and I just encircle the plant with the brown emitter tube. So that's how I set up my irrigation system. And if you like this video, just hit the like button and subscribe to my videos so you'll get notified of the next video coming out. And so enjoy irrigation.